Crazy.
I wonder if Antonio Brown will make his own, buy his own little, what are those called? Cameo or personalized message or whatever. I wonder
Oh
if he'll
yeah.
buy one for himself. Just, just say, I want to congratulate Antonio Brown
Oh
for
right, right.
a new contract. Boom it.
Talk to himself in the
For
third person. What?
I wanna congratulate Antonio Brown on the anniversary wedding of his contract
His contract
digitalization.
signing.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome to another episode of the Donut Bag, part of the Pod Hub Network. Well, here's what happened. I wasn't planning on having an episode right now, but, you know, things change. I fell asleep, and I wake up about 5:30 in the morning, which is actually about 4:30 in the morning because we just had daylight savings time. And I see the news that Antonio Brown is going to be traded to the Oakland Raiders for a third round and a fifth round draft pick. And I did not take that news well. I just thought this whole situation was sad. And Antonio Brown is getting a brand new contract. He's going to make like $30 million guaranteed or something like that. So basically, he won this entire situation totally, and the Steelers, did what they could, but they lost it. So I was so upset that I just wanted to talk. And Mark Hagelauer was also up for whatever reason. So at basically 6 o'clock in the morning on a Sunday, we start talking. And here it is. This is just our rapid reaction to the Antonio Brown trade. And sometimes you just need to vent or podcast about it. So anyway, the Donut Bag starts right now.
Okay, well, it's 6:21 a.m. On a Sunday,
On a Sunday.
and the Antonio Brown has been traded, and I know I couldn't go back to sleep. I saw Mark was up; he couldn't sleep.
Yeah.
So let's talk.
Let's talk and maybe. Well, I don't
Just
know.
vent. This is just going to be
Vent.
venting. It's just raw emotional venting right now.
I'd say celebrate, but no. It seems like half the people don't want to celebrate and half do. So.
Well, okay. So the report is that Antonio Brown is going to be traded to the Oakland Raiders for a third round and fifth round pick. And not only that, but Brown will also get a reworked contract with significant new money and brand new guarantees. Brown's new contract is for 3 years, $50.125 million with a maximum value of $54 million. That's $12 million more than his old contract. He will receive $30 million guaranteed.
That's insane.
He played this entire situation. He won everything. He dictated where he went. He dictated that he was allowed to leave, and he got insane new money.
I guess we can disagree about the dictating. I think he dictated where he couldn't go. I don't know if he necessarily dictated where he did go, but
obviously he probably wanted to go to San Francisco or something like that, and that wasn't going to happen. But you're right. He dictated where he didn't want to go. There was a deal with Buffalo, and he basically said no.
Yeah, and then he sabotaged his value by doing that because all the teams that had anything possibly close to that, but teams they may not want to play for, let's say like Washington or someone, they went bye-bye after that. They were like, "Oh, well, we're out."
It's ridiculous and it's sad. And I think my initial reaction is that's all they got? A third and a fifth.
For everyone's knee-jerk reaction is like, especially with the reports that were coming out from the Bills offer, which possibly could have had them move up into the top 10.
I
You're
don't
getting
think
a
that
ninth
I
pick.
don't think that Bills offer was a thing. I'm guessing the offer would have been what the Steelers in their first,
Yeah,
Antonio Brown in
they
their
were.
first for the. I highly doubt the Bills would do that.
See, I've listened. Well, again, you only go by so much for what you listen to the fan. But there was a Bills insider on yesterday, and he said that there was, I guess, talk about that they were swapping first round picks. They were getting AB, and then the Steelers might have gotten like another pick out of it. Later on, mid round pick or something as well. So I mean, all they were doing is basically moving down, but then getting a wide receiver that the Bills badly needed because I believe weren't they a few years ago the team that didn't have any wide receivers with a touchdown caught?
Who?
I think the Bills.
Oh yeah, they're. I mean,
They need a touchdown guy, and he's a touchdown guy, and I think they only threw for 10 last year. So,
but
yeah.
Antonio Brown decided he didn't want to play there, so he just said no.
Yeah.
And
Well, I mean, what are you going to do? Like he pretty much threw a hissy fit apparently, and said he wouldn't report.
And that's the whole thing. He basically
scared everybody off.
He dictated this entire thing, and we're in a conversation with Paul Zeiss and John Steigelwald right now. This is Paul says AB destroyed his own trade value, and Steelers wanted to get rid of him so badly they took whatever someone was willing to give them for it. Not sure in the end what they could have done differently. The quote, keep him and force him to live up to his contract stuff is idiocy, which is true. And then John Steigerwald is arguing back and forth because he's old school.
He's very old school,
to put it nicely. You keep him and you punish him and blah blah blah. There's no way on earth the Steelers could have kept him.
No, I mean
none.
Especially when you're like you got Ben for a few more years. You don't want to waste a roster spot, especially a wide receiver spot, on someone that isn't going to play, and then you got to deal with the distraction every week, just like Bell was last year. So
exactly,
again, like it's like one of those things where like what
they wanted rid of him, and every team knew it, and so they weren't going to give it. And then Brown goes and reduces the trade value even more with his absolute idiocy of the things he says, like you have to play by my terms and stuff like that. You know what? I guess we should be happy because
in the long run, that's what I think of it. Like after you take a deep breath and look at it, you're like, all right.
Somebody was stupid enough to take on this idiot. Does this really make the Raiders any better? Does this really improve them that much? Are they going to be a playoff team now?
No,
come on.
They'll probably score some more touchdowns and sell more jerseys. That's about it.
You went from a Super Bowl contender to the Raiders. Good luck with that.
Yeah, which shows you that
he doesn't care because he got his money. Good, fine, congratulations. You got what you want.
Yeah, and I mean, could anyone have left a team, maybe even in sports history, on worse terms than Antonio Brown did by burning every bridge, throwing the teammates and the organization that paid him a wide receiver record-breaking contract originally under the bus and making him look bad, or at least attempting to, but just because of his own greed. I mean, it's insanity.
So my thing is, it's just sad because now any player can say, contracts mean nothing. Any player can say, I don't like my deal. I want to be paid more. I'm going to act like an absolute idiot until I get traded to, not where I want, but just get traded out of the situation and then get a wonderful new deal.
Yeah, and I don't know if that's really going to be that extreme where it goes to that point. I mean, it takes a special douchebag to really pull this off. I mean, Terrell Owens was doing the same sort of crap, and really no one's since. So I mean, otherwise that would have happened all across the league.
This is Terrell Owens 2.0, and it's the same agent, and that's the template was set. But you're right. I mean, I guess you could say, well, it hasn't happened that often, and I'm trying to find. I don't know. There's like a huge tweet storm right now between Paul Steigerwald and John Steigerwald and Paul Zeiss. He basically said it was his just players of his caliber can do things like this, and there's not many that can.
Yeah, I mean, I guess. I mean, in theory, sure. I mean, also in theory, the Steelers could have kept him out of the loop, traded him to the Bills, and then he couldn't have shown up, and then the Bills would have had a problem with it. So, I mean, yeah, I guess the Steelers were sort of trying to play nice by keeping them in the loop, but
one thing that's
ended up screwing the Bills deal.
That's really interesting is, and then that people are pointing out, they got rid of Khalil Mack because they didn't feel like paying him.
Oh, I know.
And apparently, what he was asking for was $23.5 million a year. So you're taking the best defensive player in the league, arguably, and getting rid of him because you can't pay him, and paying a 31-year-old Antonio Brown $19 million a year. And here's the other thing. Yes, he is a workout freak. Yes, he is a hard worker. But 31 is 31.
Yeah.
Old is old, and you can't teach that. You're gonna get how good is he gonna be? And then how is he gonna work with Carr or whoever? Carr said, "Oh, we'll take him with arms wide open." Well, good luck with that, bro.
Yeah, I mean, I think he has the potential to be productive. He's not going to be nearly as productive as he was here. I think he might be around the 1,000-yard, maybe a little over, a little under mark, depending on, how Carr can do with them. I mean, another thing I've heard people talk about is the insane amount of the yards they got on just like on, I guess, on a whim, like, the plays that broke down that AB would go and him and Ben were just on the same page and they would find something out of nothing. And the same thing goes to like Antonio Brown when he runs routes kind of lackadaisical, like he might not be exactly where he's supposed to. And can Carr, make up for that like Ben did? And I'm not sure if he will be able to.
I don't. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see, and I don't care. I think he doesn't give this. I think this was all about money. This was all about getting a new contract.
Yeah, it's pretty apparent now that was the motivating thing.
And it worked.
Once Beckham made more, he was kind of pissed at that. It's like, we already signed your deal, so why are you being such a jerk about it?
I said exactly that, and people criticized me and said, "What are you talking about? He got his money." And I think this is first of all, he was mad that Beckham got his money, but I think more importantly, it was just he blew through all the money that he was making, and he needed a new infusion of cash. I think that's the main thing here.
Yeah, it's possible because he never really hinted at holding out or having like a money thing like Bell really kind of hinted to a lot more directly, which was why I didn't think anyone could kind of look worse than Bell did kind of with what he did. And Antonio Brown one-upped them.
Yeah.
A long shot.
Yeah, and I don't understand how any team would want this guy after the way he's acted.
Yeah, no, that's another reason.
How would you want someone like that on your team, regardless of how good he supposedly is?
Yeah, and that's another thing with the whole, at least the Steelers got something out of it. They didn't just release him. They had what potentially looked like some pretty good offers, but they all backed off when he, AB went through a tantrum about playing in Buffalo, or at least apparently it's what they're saying he did. But, yeah, it's just, I mean, my whole thing is like, what else could they have done? You don't want to like waste just to prove a point. Like if you're a team like the Raiders or I don't know, a team that's not really that close to having any kind of playoff aspirations, and you can kind of set an example for them. But do you want to waste time with that with Ben, probably playing another just 3 years or so?
Yeah. This is from an NFL.com article. They're talking about winners and losers, and they're basically saying that Antonio Brown was the big winner here. The Raiders are the big winner. Congrats. We'll see about that. But as far as losers, Kevin Colbert swore up and down that they were comfortable holding on to Brown unless they received, quote, significant compensation in return. This deal tells a different story. Colbert did everything he could. He literally did everything he could to drive up this, but there's only so much you can do with this. Just the ridiculous way that Antonio Brown acted.